Chapter 917, The Speed D Reader with the Double Horse Pussy. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pod-D-Cast. I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hypocrite.
Sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, let's hope not. But today it feels like so long since the last chapter. It feels like a coon's age, to use the accurate term. It's chapter 917, The Treasure Ship of Provisions.
Yes.
Let's jump right into it. But not doing that, because there's a cover page.
Yes, this
and
is
it's
Bellamy. Looks like he's drawing a straw hat, skull and crossbones.
It looks that way, but actually what Bellamy's doing is participating in one of those threads where they take a game cover art and they divide it into several squares, and then everyone gets one square to put a meme into, and then they recombine them and make a meme image at the end.
Except he is the only one there, so he has
he's
to do
the only
all of
one.
the pieces.
That's right, and they're all exactly what they were before, so this whole process has been a bit silly. So he's like a cloth maker guy. He's making it looks like this is actually some semi-deep lore, because the name of this cover arc, this is volume 44, it's This Town Uses Unrippable Cloth. It's like, all right, are we setting up for like Bellamy to come back and give Luffy, because he's clearly making the Straw Hat flag here, like a special flag that's unrippable as like part of their dope ship outfit in the end? Because if you recall, at the end of Whole Cake Island, the flag ripped off the top, and like dramatically when they were snatched by Big Wadatsumi Boy, the flag was floating in the water, and so they canonically lost the flag at that point. So now we've got to have a flag that will never rip ever.
Oh. Did
guess.
Bellamy know that, or is he just doing this?
No, that was way after he left, so completely unrelated. So maybe that was reported in the news. Maybe there was a dramatic photo.
Maybe he just wants to do it.
No, because like they only reported later that like the Straw Hats beat the asses of the Big Mom Pirates, so that wouldn't make a lot of sense.
I think he might be like doing this so that he can make a bunch of flags for the Grand Fleet, and then they can fly them together. Like, haha.
Yeah.
Look at how cool
clearly Bellamy. I don't know what Bellamy's interest in flag making is specifically, but clearly he's here wanting to do something nice for the Straw Hat Boys, who clearly he believes in and likes now.
Yeah, I mean, didn't it say like before that he was retired or something, or was that?
Maybe. You know what? Let me just double check. We got the fucking chapters right here. I'm gonna go look. This was not last chapter because there was a big color arc with Nami's titties up in my grill. Wait, was there? Okay, here we go. What does it say? A pirate's retirement. Yeah, that was the last one. So yeah, okay. He says he's retired. But, I mean, clearly he wants to help Luffy in some small way, perhaps just to repay his kindness, even if he doesn't become an active pirate in any capacity, which, frankly, I think he will. When we know at the end of the series, I mean, we all kind of guess, but there's a pretty strong case to be made that everyone's going to come back for, like, a big war, like Marineford at the end of the series, where, like, literally everyone shows back up. Captain Kuro's coming back. Who's that? He's coming. Don Krieg. Axe-Hand Morgan. Hey, he had a cover arc. He escaped.
Yeah.
He's just like out on the sea. What's that guy that everybody memes? Don Krieg's like little guy.
Jin.
Was it Jin?
Oh,
was it
Ging?
Ging? Oh, Ging. Yeah, that was it.
Jin or Gin.
I think it was G-I-N-G. I'm gonna hang on.
No, I thought it was G-I-N. That's why I call it the alcohol sometimes.
Oh, you're right. It is Gin. I'm an idiot. G-I-N. Okay, all right. Fair enough. Whoa. I'm sorry, but I just Googled Jing, G-I-N-G, and I found Helsing D. Jing on the One Piece fanon wiki, who, let me just tell you, sounds like a real badass.
Wait.
Listen to this. Might controls everything, and without strengths, you cannot protect anything, let alone yourself. A quote from Helsing D. Jing. Helsing D. Jing is the captain of the Black Fang Pirates and father of Helsing D. Nero and Helsing D. Virgil. Oh, yeah!
What am I hearing right here?
Only the greatest OC ever consumed. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, but there's a picture. There's a GIF of this of Hellsing DG on the One Piece fan and wiki of that big fucking enhancement Nen user from Hunter x Hunter using his like Big Bang explosion attack. It's a character from Hunter x Hunter, and they're saying that this character in their fictional One Piece has this guy's power. And he is the Ushi no Mi model Behemoth. Wow, this is good. This is really good stuff. Here, I'll just paste it for you in case you care to look. Oh my god, and he uses the God Slayer! It's a gigantic sword over 6 feet in length, and it's literally a picture of Guts' sword, the Dragon Slayer! Oh my god! Only it's not a Dragon Slayer, this is a God Slayer! This is the coolest thing I've ever seen! Ah! King was once offered the position of Goshin! That's the 4th Emperor, but he turned it down! Wow. That's incredible.
What the fuck is the fan and wiki? What is this?
I just Googled Ging, and I didn't know this was a real thing. Also, I might have misinterpreted. I don't know what Goshi even fucking is. I assume it's like a Yonko thing. Okay, well, that out of the way.
Wait, I found it.
Okay.
Status alive.
No, status fictional upon fictional. You are not alive. You don't exist in any canon.
Does this even say that it's like not a real character?
I mean, it's on the fan and wiki, so you know. I mean, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
I didn't even know.
It's not like this
there was,
person
like, a
edited
whole,
the One Piece wiki.
I didn't even know that there was a thing that was like a fanon of One Piece that has its own wiki. Like, do people know this character aside from the person who made it? I guess they do.
Sincerely doubt so. No, of course they don't. Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen. He's got the powers of the best characters from Hunter x Hunter, One Piece, and Berserk, you guys. Wow. Wow.
Hellsing D. Nero.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. Actually, I thought he had invented a new color of hockey for himself, but no. Okay, luckily he did not. But he is a master of all 3 forms, as you might expect. The behemoth.
All right. Well,
all right.
Of that.
Moving on. Moving on to the chat.
To the non.
Somebody draw Hellsing D. Ging, a soy boy. We need you in here to analyze this character. Tell us the lore ramifications of the Hellsing family upon the rippling effects. We need to know. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's move it along.
Yes.
So everybody, chapter 917. Here we go. The treasure ship.
You got really into that.
That was really great. That was truly a stupendous discovery. I'm so glad that I fucked up Gein's name and I tried to look for it wrong. Anyway, here we are in Kuro Okobore town.
Yeah. So we got crying children.
Oh, we got a bunch of people bitching about having no food. Get over it. Just don't eat like a warrior. This is embarrassing. Yeah, okay, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, she's got a thing there where she's saying, "Oh, you're unsightly to look at, you stupid kid. You're a man that hails from Wano country. You absolutely cannot show any weakness. So even when they're all like dying and are going to be killed constantly, they're all
even the women. Yeah. Even the women of Wano are strong, independent MGTOWs, such as myself, and I respect that immensely. This is good to see. This is good to see.
I don't know why we're having this page, though, because it's just reiterating that this town is a little fucked.
The reason that we're seeing this page is because the very next page is designed to juxtapose this town of, like, scraps and poorness and no food with the very next page. Let's just click over there. You see. It's like, splendor and food.
I get it. Yeah. It's just, we spent quite a bit of time showing this already in other chapters.
Well, it's one page. It's one page just designed to we're not there right now. We're just doing a quick
page in which
back.
Gear 5 could have been shown and it hasn't.
That's you're right. Monkey God literally went. So here we are in the deep within Bakura Town, the Paradise Farm. Oh, it's very lovely. It's everything that everything about Wano so far has been set up to be like gross and grungy and grimy and slimy. But here we are in Niceland, which is very, very pretty looking.
They got the fishes, they got barrels of stuff.
Oh, and I'm making note of, I'm looking at the top of the houses of each of these towns that we see, and this one has the very big top knots on top of these. Well, maybe they're supposed to be a bundle of straw or hay.
It looks like a bundle of hay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I think that's the meme. Makes sense to me. Oh, and they got the shiniest fish. They have only shiny Magikarp in this river. It's truly a land of plenty.
Shiny fruit. Dude, imagine a Pokemon
Shiny
game,
chicken.
but they were all fruit instead.
They were, well, there's one where they're all little girls. That's not too hard to imagine. Or maybe you could make some sort of fighting foodons video game if there isn't one already.
Is there even a fruit Pokemon?
A fruit Pokemon. I'm trying to make a joke about a gay Pokemon as like a meme, but I can't think of one of those either.
Well, let's move on because we don't want to get another tangent before we've talked about anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so the guy's getting 5 silver, and that's not enough. And he's shaking, and he's
Oh, right.
squirming.
In exchange for growing like this incredible amount of food and this beautiful, like some of the most lovely produce you'll ever see in your life, he gets a pittance, a mere pittance, and the samurai and the Kaido boys are like, nah, fuck you. You accept what we pay you. Fuck you. I don't care if you die. I don't like you. And that's what's happening.
I wonder how
good.
sustainable
Bullying.
this could possibly be. Like, if everyone
can't be.
dies, they can't have somebody to make the farms.
Like, let's say this guy literally does, in fact, die, as he claims, like, with this system, and Luffy doesn't come and they keep doing this. Like, this place will definitely, like, if this happens to just everybody, or many people, they'll absolutely run out of produce and shit. So, I mean, this is 100% an unsustainable system,
Yeah.
if it went on long enough.
Yeah, it's just something a bit like it's over the top, and it's not like One Piece has never been over the top, but I feel like there's missing some sort of insidiousness. So you know how some sort of overlord who's like making it so that people can survive, but only just.
I mean, I assume that's what's going on. Like, maybe if this guy actually killed this farmer and then he like reported it to his bosses, they would get mad at this guy for like, hey, fuck you, you can't actually kill them. Like, we need them to grow our food. But then so this guy, he's more talking tough than other stuff. Like, he wouldn't. I mean, he's actually just saying like, I'm just not going to pay you more, and the guy might starve because of that.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to like reconcile this thought I'm having, this feeling I'm having that something about all this bad stuff is a bit over the top, but like in a way that is just not really resonating with me. Like, oh yeah, lovely food.
I mean, what we're supposed to
people.
be taken away from it is kind of like what's currently going on in Okobure, and like what we've seen with like Tama, and like how the people have really gotten used to having such small amounts of food to eat, and like they're all probably getting skinny. You can't really tell because it's cartoon designs and stuff, but like they're getting lean and they don't have much to survive on. I would assume that's kind of what we're supposed to take away, and like we see this guy with like his skinny little wrists there, and he's all dirty and stuff. I think they've been surviving for a while on increasingly little, but like they could probably like barely get by. But if it goes on too long, maybe they won't be able to. Or
I think it's just like I haven't had enough time to care about the people necessarily who are suffering. No, like because something about like the way it was all introduced in Alabasta with like the guy in that one village that was destroyed by the sand thing.
Yeah.
Like we haven't had a situation like that.
That was great. Yeah.
And at the moment we've got like, girl eats poison water, is sick.
Yeah.
Quick, get her to a doctor.
I mean, the great thing about Alabasta was because Alabasta did take its time to build up. Like, we knew all along that, like, Civil War was coming, but it hadn't actually broken out when we first got to Alabasta. So, like, we got to see scenes such as the one of, like, when Luffy, like, literally crashes into Ace and Smoker at the same time, and we get that whole kooky scene. And all that stuff. And then they, like, get chased out, and then they kind of explore, like, the entire island of Alabasta, which was huge for a while. Whereas with this one, we're kind of jumped past all that straight into, like fighting the bad guys and stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot of exposition to dump. There's a lot of hype stuff happening constantly already because there's so many big I mean, we've talked about this already.
Yeah.
It's a very hype feeling arc. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, really. But there's just a feeling in the back of my mind that's like, yeah, I see all this stuff, but I don't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, but I think I think you're describing the same thing that I talk about when I talk about like how I really want there to be time for us to like get ingratiated, or maybe that's the wrong word, to get integrated with like an arc and feel it out and like really get attached to some characters. And like I do like Tama and I like Big Bitch. Kiku. I like O-kiku or no, Kiku, right? But like, maybe just in more time, we'll just grow more attached to them. And the struggle here is a little bit detached from us. Like, we've seen Tama is hungry. That really was our only, like, character, this person needs help. And that's fine. Well, that's fine. But, like, Toto, by comparison, Toto was a truly impressive character in Alabasta. And we need somebody like that to really, I think, give a shit about. Because I don't really give a shit about Tama yet. I feel bad for her. I kind of like her. She's endearing to an extent that she's, like, pretty tough and is putting up with, like, the torture and shit she's going through. So I respect her for that. But Toto, that was a guy with some balls. And he had, like, flashback stuff going on, and he had something that he really believed in with this little, like, his thing was that he would not doubt the king. He always believed that King Cobra, like, would not betray them. And his son, like, had given up on that. And that was a really interesting, like, character debate between those two characters. That was just, and that had been built up with, like, all the time we'd been traveling with Vivi. Whereas with this, there really is no build up to this. It's just kind of like, we're meeting all these guys and life sucks. So I'm just hoping, I guess, that in time I just get more used to it. I think the more time we spend here, the more we'll just naturally get happy to see these guys. And
I hope so. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but you know, I don't want to be like singing praises.
You don't want to be
there's
a Nate
nothing
here.
Interesting necessarily. I mean, well, we turn the page. There is suddenly something interesting. Is the horse lady?
Is the vagina in the front or the back? This is the most important question.
Oh, maybe
is it both?
There's both. Maybe it's both types. Vagina in the front.
You have your choice. You have your choice, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if I get her pregnant through her front vagina, where does the baby grow? Where does the baby go? Does it go in her upper gut or her lower gut? Does she have, you know what? You get the picture. Look at her. Speed Weed. My favorite character. Horse smile user. A little bit nightmarish looking, but not that much. I mean, she's got the general, like, One Piece cute girl looking thing going on.
But she's also got the horse teeth.
That was my first thing I was going to say. We're given the centaur character. She's a Kaido boy, so she's, you know, maybe not a good guy. I mean, probably not. She's a fucking pirate that's oppressing these people. And they're all... she does a big old horse smile, which it's generally unusual for, like, Oda to make his attractive characters who look literally like Nami TM do a face like this. But I like it. I like when he breaks...
I like that she's happy about it as well. It's just like, you think I
chuffed.
look like a horse?
She's truly thrilled to be thought of. By the way, what's this line about 350 degrees? Is it just because she's up higher? Like, why did she say that? Oh, they're like, her field of vision.
I think at the very end of the
degrees.
chapter, if you're reading on Germany's books, they have like an explanation for this. As like, God damn it. Some horse.
Should I go read it right now? Should I pull it up? I'm gonna do it. Let me see what it says. Okay, it's not on that one. Okay, wait, here we go. Horse-like. I mean, it talks about her, like, her name or something is horse-like. Oh, no, like, they call her Umanami, which is a colloquial usage of the word, describes something with a big package. Oh, Christ. And it also, like, literally means horse-like. Is she a Fuda? Is she a Fuda horse girl with a big package?
360 degrees say yes.
Incidentally, they do not describe the 350 degrees thing. They just discuss that other shit. Anyway, she's got a big package. That's
all right. Wait, she's looking at it right now. Oh, it's probably like because horses have their eyes on the side of their head.
But she doesn't have eyes on the side. She's got human head going on. That doesn't make any sense.
When I think of horse vision, I think of horse guard, and you put the thing on, and then you have a very low field of vision.
True, but I mean, if you don't put that on, then
they can see 350 degrees, I guess.
But okay, I mean, sure, but she literally does not have a horse's head, so that doesn't make sense.
Well, she's just playing like a horse.
She just turns her body. She just looks to the left and right, like a human.
Now, here's what the joke is. The joke is that she doesn't have eyes on the side of her head, but she's half horse and she likes being a horse, so she pretends that she can. She can't actually see the thing. But she's like, yeah, of course I can see it. I have 350 degrees, guys. I'm a horse.
She's just really proud of being mostly horse. And that's cool. That's just fine with me. All right. well, moving on. Speed here, Speed D Reader. Here's a fucking fire bell because there's commotion going on, as you recall, last chapter with Luffy fucking shit up, blasting Sumo Guy and Hold'em coming out. And they're putting out a fire. They're doing a cool thing. I like these Sumo guys down here, like doing this work while like the girls in the bottom right of this panel are like blowing kisses at him and shit, while everyone's like having fun doing this performance art, putting out the fire. Cool. I like this. I like that. This is good.
Yeah. So
anyway, whatever.
O-tama is
she's
in the
still in that
lion's grip.
And we're introduced to the lion, whose name is Kamijiro. Well, there you go. He's got a name, and he's the best character. There's just some, whatever, banter going back and forth. Oh, you gonna save her? Oh, Kamijiro will fucking kill this bitch, so don't fuck with me. And there's really not much to say here. Yeah. They're just going back and forth about this.
The main thing is that he says the Atamayama thieves.
Oh, yes.
The guy, Shutenmaru, is apparently a leader of a group of thieves that has given these guys trouble.
That's going to be an important character, methinks.
They assume these people, Luffy and the gang, are part of that gang of thieves, so I assume that's going to be an ally or something.
Looks to me like Kiku knows him, the way she's thinking about this. But I mean, the name's probably...
Yeah, she knows him, but she doesn't look happy about it, so he could be another villain.
That's possible. I think he'll be a good boy and a handsome boy and an ally. And I'm going to go this far. I'm going to make a prediction right now. I bet at the end of this arc, Shutenmaru will marry O-kiku. Or at the very least, they will be an item.
Pirates.
I bet they'll be an item. Is what I suspect. And he might even be a prince. He might even be a prince.
Right. Between O-kiku and Carrot, which one joins the crew?
I would rather. Well, neither. I refuse to answer that question as you phrase it. The answer is neither one.
Okay, then if neither, then both. They both join and they replace Robin and Nami.
It's not that I don't even want... Well, I don't want either of them, but more importantly is that I know they won't. So what's even the point of entertaining it? Hey, by the way...
We need tall bitch representation.
Robin is 6'2". Robin is 6'2".
Yeah, but this big bitch is so much bigger
than
that.
She's like 9 feet tall. I do respect that immensely. I fear her power and am intimidated by it. By the way... I've heard more people have noticed that this thing is just like floating up there, and I heard more people saying, just as I was on like 4chan and stuff on the One Piece threads, being like, "Oh, this definitely confirms that Shiki, King Shiki is around. The fact there's like a floating thing there," and I was like, okay, I mean maybe.
Well, is he just hiding in there, like holding it up the whole time?
Well, actually, if you recall from Strong World, his power is such that he can make something levitate, and then like he can it levitates forever as long as he doesn't like it works in the same laws as like Sugar's power of when Sugar got knocked out, all the puppets, all the toys turned back. And Kinshiki had like literally a floating island in Strong World. When he got knocked out, like the whole thing fell, and everything across the world that he had made levitate with the Fua Fua no Mi, they all fell down, and they all like lost that thing. That's which is like a common thing with One Piece powers. It seems.
I'm really curious to know if after appearing in a movie, a character can then become canon again and actually.
Well, he is
exist
canon.
Yeah, but
he
like,
was mentioned in chapters once or twice.
No, what I mean by that is like the events of Strong World are not canon because they're in a movie.
That's true. They're like semi-canon or something.
So
I don't
like,
think
if he appears in the comic, then his references in the comic would finally actually have something to do with something.
The movies just, I mean, we've talked about this before, but it's like the thing about the movies is just that the movies have to like be more impressive, generally speaking, or they at least feel that they need to be. I don't think this would necessarily be the case. But because of that, the stakes get elevated to 11 at least. Like with in film Z, how it was literally an issue of how Z was going to blow up the Grand Line. All right, like Jesus Christ. That's a bit much.
He's got there was 10 tons of TNT.
He had quite a few. And there was like that, they made that new explosive, like with fucking Sakuradite or whatever it is, that was like super explosive that could do that, blow up an island or something. I don't think any of that's canon or real. But But whatever. And the same with Shiki. Like, Shiki had a floating island with, like, semi-civilization on it, and the whole thing fell down. Like, that seems like that would have caused issues for the world just in general, but I guess not. I mean, I think it was kind of secret. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is, I don't think Kinshiki is going to show up, and Gibbs' thing that he pointed out before about how this thing is floating, presumably because it's a meme, literally, that these things float over sumo wrestling things, and it's just a thing that's happening because this is Magic One Piece world. Seems to me the more likely explanation. I don't know, Kinshiki has like a Japanese-sounding name. He could be involved, possibly.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
It would be interesting if he is around, but, like, what's he gonna do? There's already so many characters.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's one character we don't need to get involved in the mix here. Right. But okay. Anyway, so this guy, Shutenmaru, I think he's going to be a big boy. He's calling them the Atamayama pirates, thieves, rather. And apparently they've been stealing from the farm. They're probably going to be some kind of Robin Hood motherfuckers. And he's the Hold'em here is like, you defeated Urashima. You must be some of his top subordinates. So clearly these guys are a fairly reputable and intimidating force. Oh, that's the wrestler guy. That's the wrestler guy from last chapter who got beat up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all. Fucking Kiku tries to be a quirky gamer girl. Don't make him angry, Luffy, huh? But he's already angry. Well, don't make him angrier. Great commentary, Kiku.
No, this is one of those classic moments where everybody assumes that the Straw Hat Pirates are not actually strong enough to defeat guys.
He just okay, that is true.
And then later he just goes, just punch you in the fucking head.
Even when Luffy has proved that, like, he could defeat Urashima easily, that does not necessarily translate to being able to beat someone like, who is brought up now, Jack, who is, a Jack squad assemble. It's time. Jack is relevant again. He is, in fact, the guy who Hold'em is a subordinate of, and if you mess with Hold'em, you're summoning Jack. And if everyone forgets, Jack was sort of the main antagonist of the Zoe arc, where and he was the one who brought the Beast Pirates to fuck up, Zoe and the Minks and all their business that Sanji saved with the healing and the chopper and all that fun stuff. So so clearly they're gonna fight this guy. They're gonna beat him up, and Jack's gonna get involved, and that's gonna be cool.
says there's no way he's dead. He was spotted in this area a few days ago, so he's around.
So we already knew he's like a fish man, I think, or at least half fish man or something, because we saw he didn't die underwater. But yeah, so he's back. He's relevant. Somebody saved him. He's on his way, baby. He's gonna give you a fucking drought. He's gonna do that shit to you and make you die. Sick.
Tama's getting crunched.
He's getting munched and crunched, and we're all mad.
And
Stop
it. Speed is crunching an apple.
Oh yeah, Speed shows up with all the
there's
foods.
just a lot of like.
We're just stating what's happening. It's
because
just
there's nothing to comment on really. It's just
yeah.
This is like a whole big.
It's all setup stuff. It's all setup stuff, kind of.
Luffy sees there's loads of food, and everyone's like, "Oh, we like food." This is all stuff we already knew, but we're just seeing it in action.
Remember when we would said, like, during, like, fight scenes, it's like, then Luffy punched Katakuri, then Katakuri punched Luffy. Oh, looks like that really hurt. Like, we just stated what happened, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Okay, all right, but the food's here. Okay, Luffy wants it, all right? This is like, the thing that's going on. Food is the thing of this arc. They're saving all the food for themselves. Zoro says they're going to steal... Okay... What's going on with this? Zoro's like, let's steal and run. And Kiku's like, why? Why would we do that? Why wouldn't we just beat them? And then I guess Zoro's saying that because Basil Hawkins shows up on the next panel. Is that why? I don't know. Why didn't he just... I feel like that's like Oda speaking through Zoro as like, we need this to happen to move the story along. I don't actually know why he said that.
He says it'll be better than sending him flying away somewhere.
Why? Why would that be better? That worked really well for Urashima. Okay, whatever. I don't care enough. It's fine. Zoro can have a thought.
Yeah. Hawkins is there, and then Law is jumping in.
I gotta say, this is a good look for Law. Covering his face, being ashamed of himself, not looking at me with his sinful gaze. This is good. Let's keep this up.
I kind of like that hat.
I actually think it looks pretty cool on him.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool look.
Although he is pulling off the rare double hat look right now, which I can appreciate. It's like you take that off and he's got another hat. And then possibly another hat below that. You never know. Probably a little, and under that maybe a little yarmulke, you know? Could be. He's a man of the Lord.
The reason he's wearing this, presumably, is because, like, Hawkins can't see who the face is, even though he should be able to recognize that distinctive sword he's wielding with the fluffy hilt.
Well, the sword is distinctive to us, but I mean, I'm sure that's less well known than, like, his face or something, so I can excuse that. Also, how does he know he's strong? Oh, wait, hockey, that's the thing. He probably just can, like, feel it or something.
But,
fair enough.
Law's saying the news isn't reported in Wano. We already knew that. And so, if Hawkins, the only one who knows who, like, they are, I suppose. I guess nobody knows the Straw Hat Pirates in Wano.
Probably not.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume the Beast Pirates would have some knowledge of the outside world because they didn't live here.
True.
And Kaido might get, like, news sometimes.
I would suppose it's a thing of, like, how do most people get the news? It's from those, like, carrier seagulls, generally speaking. My guess would be that some information does flow in, especially because they are, like, a global pirate force, the Beast Pirates. But my guess would be that it's just very much restricted. So, the recent newspapers probably... What's
saying this says the news isn't reported. Doesn't say nobody knows the news. So I guess his point is... the
news is real slow,
Hawkins,
I guess. Yeah,
is the only one who is able to warn everybody that that he knows who Law and Luffy are. Really, I don't know what that would do if he just said these guys are pirates. Because they'll be a nuisance either way.
Right now, the Beast Pirates do not know that it's. Wait, no, they do know that. Oh, okay. Right now, the Beast Pirates, generally speaking, don't seem to know that the Straw Hats are here. Wait, no, they do, because Hawkins literally fought Luffy before, and he had a fucking snail, so he definitely would have called in that, hey, I found Straw Hat fucking Luffy, he's here. So, isn't it too late to stop him from spreading the fucking news?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell's going on here, Law?
A lot about this that doesn't make sense. I suppose it could be just
so many
Law.
Words in this fucking chapter. What's damn.
Law,
stop it.
Law thinks that Hawkins hasn't seen them, so he's doing this under the assumption that he has to stop them before...
God damn. I guess that's right. He thinks they don't know that they found... But didn't he see them fight before? Wasn't he watching them fight from on that mountaintop? Could Hawkins possibly have not called to let them know that fucking Luffy is here? There's no way that's possible, right?
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay.
The main thing is that Zoro and Luffy do fast motion. They crack their heads folded their arms, crack their heads and go shoom, and they punch the lion, and he steals the thing, and they run.
Quick question. So both of these guys are it looks like they're doing a team attack, but then we see Luffy do something. But we don't see Zoro. Zoro goes the other way and starts just slashing people, I guess.
Well, if you recall, Luffy said, "Zoro, take care of the ones on that side. I'll rescue Tama."
Oh, you're right. Okay. But I would have framed this a little differently because it looks like they're about to do something together. But okay. I'm not trying to fucking rip this thing apart. It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it. So Zoro slashes everybody. They get the dog. They get the girls. They get.
He got that girl so fucking easily. It wasn't even a challenge in any way.
No, but all right. Aside from all the annoying stuff in the arc.
Yeah.
In this chapter, I mean, there's just I get it. I know. There's nothing new to talk about. There's nothing interesting being explained.
This whole arc has been bad thing happens, immediately resolved. Bad thing set up, immediately resolved. It's fine.
What this is trying to do is what could be, and in some ways does succeed in being the classic One Piece moment of the Straw Hats making their mark on the people in the area. Oh shit. These guys mean business. We gotta be, we're up on our pedestal thinking we're hot shit, and then we get beat the shit out by a big red hawk. knocks his teeth out, and it's like, oh, Holden was set up as this big guy, and he's nothing to the guy who beat Katakuri. So this is like, it's like a badass, like, yeah, everybody thinks the Straw Hats ain't shit, well, look again. Like, that's the feeling it's going for. But there's so much of, like, retreading, like, oh, did you know that people are starving and here's the food?
Yes, we fucking know. God damn.
Like, I can imagine the next chapter, they have the dog, and the dog is pulling the cart full of food.
Yeah, they're going to feed everybody.
So they're going to bring the food back, and everyone's going to be like, lovely food. And then the pirates are going to come, Speed is going to come, and there's going to be more fighting, and it's just...
Yeah, we like, all the parts are very clear, basically, as what's going to happen. Like, what we need is surprises and funny, cool things to happen, and there's just kind of not a lot of those happening. We're just doing the things that have to happen, and, like, that's fine. I'm not trying to sound like I'm complaining a lot. It's just, this is why this is like a not amazing chapter. Like, it's fine, but I look forward to the stuff that we get to that is amazing. That's all. That's.
I mean, so far, a lot of these chapters have felt like, I sure hope we can get to the amazing stuff soon. I sure hope.
I think our impatience is maybe a little entitled. Maybe we're like, yeah, we want all the immediate great things to happen. But I think it's understandable. Like, we want the best of One Piece. And I think it's fair to say this isn't the best of One Piece. So we're just like, I'm speaking for myself.
What I need to do is I need to go back to any similar arc. Like,
Alabasta?
Like where there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of things going on. I guess the Marineford War, like where there's a lot of stuff that they have to get done, and they try.
Water 7 was one. I mean,
Water 7, yeah, the beginning of Water 7, I need to go back and look at, because
the beginning of Water 7 was incredible and legendary, where they're trying to, like, they meet the shipwrights.
But like, I only watched the anime of that. I wasn't reading the manga at that point, and I don't know how long and how many chapters it took before, I mean, cool stuff was happening immediately, but, like with Frankie showing up and being like, I'm fucking strange.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, that's fine and all. Like, if I don't know if I've read those chapters myself either, as opposed to watch the anime for that particular section. But like, even if we had like read all those things completely, I feel like such a scrub saying I haven't read. I probably have not read the manga of at least part of Water 7. Now I think about it. Even if we had, all that would do is give us more perspective as to why we shouldn't be so expecting of like amazing 10 out of 10 chapters every time right now. But that doesn't make this chapter any more interesting. Which is not to say that it's bad. I'm not really trying not to say this chapter is bad or anything. It's just...
No. I'm being the voice of pessimism this time. I'm bringing forward these thoughts I'm having about how... like, you were saying it's, like a few chapters ago, things were being slow or like... Oh, no, you were saying they were rushing through.
Yes, I was making that criticism.
And I was trying to defend it, but like... It is feeling a bit... Like, even though they've introduced a character and she's got a funny quirk and that's nice... nothing happens with her, and there's a lot of standing in front of the guy saying I'm strong, and then Luffy says,
and I mean,
no,
people always say, like, yes, if it's 5 years from now and we were reading this with no interruptions, we probably would have a lot more patience. But we're not reading it that way. It is a serialized weekly manga. You may have heard of it, called One Piece, and it is weekly, and so we're judging it on that basis as it's released. So I hope you'll just bear with us, everybody. Well, the Podcast is not even a show I recommend people listen to old episodes on. I don't even do that. It's a show meant to be listened to contemporarily, I think, or contemporaneously, whatever the right word is for that, as it comes out. It quickly becomes obsolete in my mind, because we do so much speculation about the future, which just then happens or doesn't happen. But whatever. It's all good. All right, let's. Yeah. You can finish your thought, please.
This thing is that it's been the same ending of chapters for like a number of chapters. I think that's the only thing that's really making it feel kind of off. Yeah. Like, this is a good chapter in isolation, but I think the last chapter when Luffy punched the sumo guy felt like it had a lot of the same things happen in it. just
Indeed
with other
it did.
characters.
Plus, there was a break. We're coming off a break, and we're like, yeah, can't wait to get back in. And it's like, more of this, huh? Okay, all right. Let's grin and bear it.
Like literally, it's not possible to like skip.
Like we're not asking
many
Kaido
of
to
these.
fucking come out this chapter or anything.
No, you can't like physically make the story go faster without it being super rushed.
Yeah, and I love the build up. I love the slow build up, but it creates tension, and we're simply responding to that tension of
it's
there's a lot to
that.
get to.
It's not that.
No?
It's not that it's building tension. It's that it's like I don't feel like there's a progression of the story in a way that's
it's very
like,
slight. It's very slight.
Like they're still riding on the dog away from the enemies.
Yeah,
and it's still the same like level of alert. They're still fighting. They're still I don't know.
Like you said before, I get the arc we're on right now. The arc we're on right now is establishing like the state of Wano. It's poor. Some people have everything. Some people have absolutely nothing, and it sucks. Our characters are going on a little quest right now to basically meet some of the characters who are suffering and help them by giving them food and stuff. Like that is we're going to use this provisions thing. We're going to give it to the people, and everyone's going to be happy. And they'll probably meet this thief guy, and like the story will continue with him as they probably plot like a more major insurgence like after that point. Like okay, that's fine. But like this is a pretty small time thing, and I am very much looking forward to the big time things that will follow it. So I guess what I just feel is a desire to get through with it as quickly as possible, because this is not the most riveting events to happen ever, I guess. I don't know. Basil's here. That's cool. He's like not really doing much right now. I don't know. This guy Hold'em looks funny, but
I'll just say this one thing.
Yeah.
A Whole Cake Island arc.
A magnificent arc.
It like I don't know how they did it differently, but it worked.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it starts off with yeah, I don't know. Like everything about Whole Cake. Okay, well, not everything. There were like lulls towards the end of it. It hit lulls when like kind of during the extended fight sequences, like while Luffy was fighting Katakuri and they were like running from Big Mom.
But I'm talking specifically about the way it opens.
Sure.
Like
I mean, they get there and like the first thing that happens with Whole Cake is the whole mirror thing. Like the whole mirror, the witch thing with Brûlé. Like that took like 1 or 2 chapters, and then immediately Luffy is fighting Cracker, which was a serious fucking fight. That was a hardcore balls to the wall fight. That Luffy won pretty handily, but like took him like 8 hours or whatever. It was like a serious thing. Took him Gear 4th to win.
Yeah,
and we're way below that. We're way below that, despite this being still a Yonko's crew that we're fighting right now. There's not even a little bit of tension. I don't know. So it just feels very like, meh.
Yeah.
All right.
There's it's like in Whole Cake, nobody knew Luffy would be invading. They were just doing their thing. Well, I guess they stole Sanji, so there was.
Well, that's true. It was a surprise though, but they figured it out. Yeah,
you know what?
I don't know.
You know what? What it is that they're in Wano, but Luffy and Zoro are just hanging around, like they don't know where the others are, and they're not. They don't have a chance to try and think about where to go to find them. Mm-hmm. I really just want lore.
We're just carried from thing to thing to thing, like instantly, without any time to rest.
Whole Cake was all about like Sanji's at Whole Cake. We have to get him. And so we have perspective of Sanji and the perspective of the crew. And you could go back and forth. I think this is suffering from no B-plot syndrome. It's just the same thing over and over again. If we could cut to the other members of the crew.
Where is Robin? I literally watched Memoirs of a Geisha. I know everything. I need to test my knowledge.
I want to see Robin. I want to see Frankie. I want to see Chopper and Sanji and Carrot and fucking everybody. Everybody who's on the ship is we haven't seen. It just feels like it's going a bit too long without seeing the other characters.
I don't mind the like bromance adventures of Zoro and Luffy, like just wandering around being a sumo boy and a samurai guy, wandering around Wano doing stuff. But like if we just like meet the crew and it's like everyone together and they're like, oh, we met up, then I'll be like, oh, would have liked to have seen that, but that's fine.
Do you think they can't afford to have a chapter that doesn't have Luffy in it? Is that what they... Because it seems like they...
God, I hope not. That sounds terrible. There were chapters of fucking, like, during the Katakuri fight, where we literally cut away, and we don't even see Luffy fighting Katakuri for, like, a chapter or two. When I was making my video, I remember seeing that. So, like, that shouldn't be, I would hope.
Yeah.
But, like, I really think, like, what Oda's doing right now is the fun, wacky samurai adventures of Luffy and Zoro. And, you know, frankly speaking, it's been maybe, like, what, 4 chapters that this has been happening now? Maybe more than that? When did we get to fucking samurai?
4 chapters over the
maybe 5.
Over the course of 6 weeks or so.
More than that, too, I think, because I think there's been a couple of hiatuses. Let me see, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters since the seppuku one, where I think we get to Wano and we see Zoro, like, kill himself or something. Oh, wait, shit, no, I didn't scroll up all the way. Shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chapters since the seppuku chapter. That's a lot of chapters. We could do with seeing some other boys. Now, since Luffy was separated from the crew, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's been 8 chapters, including the one where they get separated, I think. So that's a lot of chapters. That's a lot. Yeah, let's move it along. Shall we, Oda? Let's mix it up a little bit.
I think a good thing would be like Jack to appear.
Yeah.
And then
that's a real fight. I want to see that fight. I can sink my teeth into that.
Here's what's going to happen, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or maybe not hopefully. But they bring the food back to Starving Village. They give it to them, and then Jack appears and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
We want that escalation.
And then
we
switch over to Robin, who is just doing a funny dance, and now it's the Robin show.
But okay, I will feel like, but what about Luffy and Jack? what about my dudes? Fuck these women. This is a patriarchy in Wano. You know, I need my lads. I need my chads. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I think something like that probably will happen. But I do want a satisfying fight. Jack has been built up at this point to a pretty substantial degree, where I want to see Luffy have a, like, 2 to 3 chapter fight with that guy. That's, like, some serious shit. Yeah. That guy's impressive.
Yes.
Like, why is he the Drought? I want to know what about him. I mean, we saw him in...
He's just got really dry humor.
Damn, that itself was dry humor. It was good. It was good, though. All right, well, we continue to speculate. Let's just hope any of these things happen. But all right, let's see what else is happening here. So whatever, fucking Luffy saves her instantly. That's fine. Fucking Zoro cuts everyone else to pieces. That's fine. They get the dog. They're running away with the food. That's all fine. Ah, yes, here we go. And now Luffy, now that he has O-tama, is like, hey, what happened to that cheek? And I'm not talking about your face. Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. It's like, he's like, what happened to your cheek? And she's like, oh, they found out that you could pull fucking Tama, or fucking Mochi out of my cheek, but I didn't tell him which cheek. Oh, it's very funny. Anyway, Luffy's just like, okay, well, whatever. Tama here says, like, yeah, it's okay, I'm fine. They were just pulling on my fucking cheek with pliers, as we commented as was truly nightmarish when we saw that happening, to get the Kibidango. And Luffy is real mad. Understandably, he's real, and I like pliers. This is the best part of the chapter. Yeah, he doesn't... He just hates pliers. Yeah, they're not fun. I really like... This is actually my favorite panel in the whole thing. Seeing Luffy's righteous indignation at, like, his friend being tortured. Because I felt that too, Luffy. Relatable. Hashtag relatable. But do you like how he literally just chucks her away to the ground so he can go beat up the guy who abused her? But here he is putting her at life... her life in danger to get revenge for someone who hurt her a lot less than she's going to be when she hits the fucking ground. That's very funny.
He's so speedy though. He could catch her on the way down.
Yeah, he's a speed reader as well. He read ahead and he knows that he saves her before she hits the ground, so that's fine. And then we've got to hold him here. Somehow, fucking Jiro, Kami Jiro or whatever, fucking spitting out some lion fire. And actually, okay, this is funny. She's like, I'm fine. You've already saved me, but please save me again. I'm falling. Help. But fucking Luffy just... sorry, I'm absorbing the fact that this guy somehow shot fucking
a fire blast out of his lion mouth.
What's up with that? And then, how did that happen?
And
what's the deal?
It's kind of weird. He does that, and then he brings out his sword and like, watch, this is the power of the chasing sword. It's like, if you shot him with a fire blast, why are you trying to attack him again still?
Here's the thought.
You think, aha, I killed you. I
do not understand what that's about. But if you recall, remember how fucking Kinemon, he has like the foxfire style of sword play or whatever. He was able to cut fire when that big explosion happened. Maybe there's something going on here. Like we know that like we're gonna see some sword play in Wano that's like literally magic. That's like beyond understanding of physics or reality or whatever the fuck's going on.
We're gonna see the Moses samurai cuts the sea.
Yeah, something like that. I look forward to it. But yeah, pretty weird. Now, okay, here's another weird thing that happens. Okay, I was trying to parse this. So we clearly see Luffy does a Goma no Red Hawk. Okay, cool. So he punched something here. All right, help me out. Did he punch the man or the lion? I think the man, right? Because you can see up top, that's his hat that's falling off above him, right?
Do you not see his face? That's his face.
Okay, that's his face. All right. But here's the weird thing. Why is there fire coming out of his mouth? Because there isn't in the last panel he's in. So
I think that's just to imply that the Red Hawk is really hot because Luffy's covered in fire as well.
Oh, so he like blasted fire like through his head with the Red Hawk?
Not through his head. It's just sort of like
he punched him in the back of the head and it's coming out his mouth. Wouldn't that be like through his fucking head?
I don't think it's to imply that it's coming out his mouth, really. It's just sort of like, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know.
Well, there's also the fact that this lion breathed fire, so like, is there something going on with that here, or... I don't know
what this guy's power is. I think it's just a visual thing. It's not really supposed to be, dude, he can breathe fire. I didn't know that. Like,
the lion can breathe fire, so there's reason to suspect that there's something going on with there, maybe. Like, I thought that maybe he, like, stopped up the lion's mouth, so, like, the fire bubbled up and came out his mouth or something. I don't know. I'm confused.
No, he punched him in the head, and
he punched him with Red Hawk, and there's fire around. That's, okay. Fair enough. And Luffy looks real mad, and I like that angry face. And cool. That's the end of the chapter. We did it. Yes. Chapter next week, probably. So there it is.
I meandered a bit with the whole, like, trying to figure out
what my problem was. That's a big change of pace for us. We never would do that, especially about literally fanon characters that have zero relevance to One Piece in any way. Shout out to Helsing D. Ging. He's the best character in One Piece.
A proud patron of the Podcast Pirates on patreon.com.
We should make an alliance. You know what, Gib? I think it's important that you and I, we're the best hippo pirates. I can't remember what we are. Something like that. Whatever pirate crew we are.
The Hippo Guy Pirates.
Something like that. Whatever we are, let's make an alliance. It's time to form a pirate alliance with what are they called? They are the, it's here. Shit. It's like the, god damn it, where's the fuck? Of the Black Fang Pirates with Helsing D. Ging, Helsing D. Nero, and Helsing D. Virgil, and many more, I'm sure. Many more memorable characters. We need to form an alliance with the Black Fang Pirates. They have the power we need to get more patrons. They've got the cool factor. They can be edgy, cool boys, cool edgy boys, whatever in our crew.
They can make Linkin Park AMVs to promote the Patreon.
That sounds great. We can definitely work with these guys, and they can have our vast administrative powers. That's what we bring to the table. We'll do their books. We'll do their bookkeeping. We'll do their finances. We'll help them,
we'll
get
do
that
their
bank
money
loan.
Keeping as well.
Yep. We'll keep all the money, is what we're saying. We'll help them get that small business loan they've been looking for. We'll do it all. We've got connections. We have the phone number for Big News Morgan. We could call up the boy and say, hey, please do a story on this cool guy. He's the best character. Helsing D. Gang. Maybe you've heard of him. Oh, this is all canon. Please make this 100% factual, everyone listening to this show right now. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week, probably, with another episode. Patreon.com/thepodcastpirates. Race war is on. The whites have to be destroyed. They are still subhuman scum. Please pledge at least $1 to the Patreon and become an illustrious blue. Or go crazy beyond that and become a crow's nest guy. Those guys are red. They're cool. Or become a goddamn commander. A yellow commander, a golden commander for a mere $20 per month. I can't think of a better use of your money, frankly speaking.
Yeah, neither can I.
But regardless, click the link in the description to join the Discord and come hang out and talk One Piece with us, which we do all the time when there are fucking chapters. They don't have us fucking... the real drought around here, Jack, is the lack of chapters. So get out of here and stopping that from being real.
He didn't want to be a pirate. He wanted to be a mangaka the whole time.
But he didn't know anything about it. All right, we're done. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week, probably. Have a good time, and Auf Wiedersehen. Bye!
See ya.
Oh my god, and this fucking piece of shit asshole, the Ushinomi model behemoth, the fucking hybrid form looks exactly like Zod from fucking Berserk! God damn you, Helsing D. King! You're the greatest OC of all time!